What is Q? Q may mean many things. We don't know the true meaning, but to me, Q means quantum mentality, higher dimensional mind, seeing things from a different perspective. Q means we're raising our vibration up the quantum spectrum. And what does that entail? That is not a bunch of crazy conspiracy theorists rambling on about everything that is wrong with the world. It's a bunch of spiritual warriors concerned with what's happened in the world, and we want to change it. People are saying that they've lost their family members to this madness. It's not a madness, it's a raise in consciousness. So much is wrong with the world we live in, and I'm delighted to see that so many people are opening their eyes and not just sitting there taking it. They're taking to their keyboards. That might seem like nothing to some people, but the more people are writing about it and talking about it and wanting change, the energy that flows through that is amazing. Because the word is law. And if we're all speaking our truth with purity and good intention, there's nothing wrong with that. There's only good. This world will be changed. The people, the army of Q as they're called, is not an army that fights with sticks and stones. This is an army that fights with love, intention and purity. We're not going to lift our hand to another human being. We're going to push forward with our will. We want change. We're not violent. We're warriors for spiritual goodness. We want to let the world know what is wrong and that we are not going to stand for it. No, I'm not going to take to any platform and shout and scream, because that is not the way. That is not the way forward. We want change. We want equality. We no longer want to live in a world where there's people starving and we're sitting eating, where the rich live in their towers, polluting and poisoning the meek, because the meek shall definitely inherit the earth. So you better watch you and your high towers, because there's not much time left. The awakening is upon us. People are seeing and smelling the bad that you're putting out, and we won't stand for it any longer. We want peace on earth, and that peace has to begin with each and every one of us. Each of us has to forgive and learn to love the part of us that is you. You are also in us, and once we cleanse the aspect of us that is you, we're on our way to divine inspiration and an ascended world. It's really important to many, many people that this movement keeps its wings and keeps flying. For too long the world has been sitting in a state of stupor, sitting in a swamp. We don't want to be in a swamp. We want freedom. We want creativity, abundance of happiness for everyone. Everyone's willing to work hard in the world and be part of this great consciousness. We're not lazy people. We want what everyone wants: peace and equality and freedom of choice. Is that so hard to understand? So whenever you hear a video or a podcast saying that these people are crazy, the Q Army has lost the plot and it's actually very upsetting and it's very disturbing, it's not. It means more and more and more people are saying no. The way we have lived is no more. We're not going to sit back apathetic. We're going to rise up as an army of peace and tranquility and use our voices as our weapons. We can write to our MPs. We can make change in any way that is peaceful and caring for our brothers and sisters on the planet. That's all I have to say on this matter. The Q movement, the Q Army, is righteous. Nobody is violent. Whoever has been violent in a movement like this has clearly been put into that movement, or just wants somewhere to exercise their right for craziness. But the true soul of this movement, and there's hundreds of thousands of people now taking to their keyboards, watching podcasts, following people who are inspirational. They may be feeling disheartened when they're watching and nothing seems to be happening, but that's because they are the movement. We're not sitting waiting for a podcast or waiting for this to happen, waiting for that to happen. We are the happening. So be now.